Hi everyone, my name is Chris. I'm the camping stitcher here on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook and everywhere. Welcome to my channel. This is a channel mostly about cross stitch. I do tell sometimes a campfire story at the end, which I will be telling today, and I'll let you know ahead of time. So today is Sunday, September 15th, 2024. It's been a little while, but there's a lot going on, and I wanted to wait a little bit because I'm not going to be coming back probably till the endish of October, taking a little break. I might pop in for a quick here and there. I'll be posting on Instagram, but probably no Flosstube until the end of October. So it's going to be a little while. I have a lot of stuff to go over, a lot of things I've been working on, and yeah. So thanks for stopping in. If you're new here, welcome. I think I'm gonna start with some business stuff and then head into what I've been working on. So hope you're all doing okay wherever you are, and buckle up because it's gonna be a lot of jibber jabber. So, okay, first, most exciting thing that happened was, I don't know if I know a lot of you do subscribe, but Alicia, the Fanciful Flamingo, put out her fall box, and I was the designer for that. And it was such an honor to be asked. Thank you again, Alicia. So, Alicia. Anyway, my design was in the box. The box is beautiful. If you haven't ventured into subscription boxes, her box is always just so full of great stuff. Highly recommend. I've been a subscriber since she started, which is a little bit over a year ago, I think. I could be wrong. I know she just put out a sampler box, and I'm kicking myself for not subscribing to that one, but there's always the future, right? Anyway, my design was in the box. If you don't want to see it, I think everybody's gotten their boxes, but if you haven't, fast forward a little bit. Anyway, my design was Fall is in the Air, and it is on, I stitched mine on 36 count paper bark by Fox and Rabbit, 1 strand of floss over 2 linen threads, but you could do it on any count, any fabric. And here is the little pillow. I think it came out really cute, and fall is my favorite. It really is. And crows and acorns and a quilt hanging on the line. Alicia did a gorgeous job picking out the fabric for the backing, and I'm just so happy to have been invited to do this. So that will be coming out as to everybody sometime in the beginning part of October. Haven't really decided that yet, but it'll be out, available soon in PDF. Just a little business note. Today and tomorrow will be the last shipping days until the end of October for any paper charts. So if you want a paper chart, please order it today or tomorrow, and I'll get that right out to you. If you miss out on it, the PDFs will stay available. I'm taking a little break from shipping, and I will resume shipping after the 20th of October, and I'll let you know. So the other big news was I had a new release yesterday, and it is called Sweet Treasures. I've been working on this for a little while. I just couldn't get really what I wanted to say. But really, treasure your friendships. I know everybody does, but it's just a little reminder. It would be a nice gift, a nice little stitch along if you're going to a retreat and you want to do a table project or something. Stitch together. It'd be a nice gift for anybody that is your friend. This was done on 36 count vintage country mocha. And I used Classic Colorworks Bing Cherry, and that is how much I have left after stitching it. This was a full skein, so I recommend a full skein. All cross stitch, no specialty stitches. and there's no back stitch. So it's just full crosses and that's it. I love how it came out. If you stitch it, let me know. I came out yesterday and the response has just been, I'm floored. Thank you so much. I know a lot of you have already gotten it. It's available as a PDF. I have not put out the paper chart yet, and that too will come out the end of October when I resume shipping. So, but yes, that is the new release. I think that's all the business stuff. I should check my notes, but oh, I just dropped my cards. Anyway, hang on. Uno momento. Oh, and I get asked this all the time about my project cards. These are business cards from Vista Print. So my options were to put a design on the front and make them double-sided, and I just put my information that I wanted and lines, you know, you just keep clicking the lines, and my social media information, and had them printed up. So highly recommend. I love these. I just throw them in the bag, and when I'm done, I punch a hole and put them on a ring. So hang on a second, I dropped another one. Okay. All right, so here we go. This is like, I feel like I'm in a rush. Okay, so I had the subscription box release, the Sweet Treasures release. Now I'm going to show you what I've been working on. So much stuff. I've got a pile over here. I have some FFOs. Maybe I'll show you the FFOs first, and then some FOs. One FO, really. Yeah, just one big one. And then we'll do the whips. All right. So, the first FFO, this was done quite a while ago. This is a summer garden at Cranberry Manor from Pansy Patch Quilts. I stitched it a while ago, and I had the card here, and it's just flipping gone. Anyway, here it is framed. Now, I ordered these frames. They came two. Sweet Treasures is in the other one. It was two of them for like $16.98 on Amazon. I'll link them in the box below. They're awesome. They come with this little board in the back, and believe it or not, this is a 3/16 foam board, so it fit in there. It had glass. I took the glass out. I don't like to use glass. So, yeah, I finally framed it because this was done quite a while ago. And I'm pretty sure this is Vintage Country Mocha. It'd be nice if I didn't lose my card. I think it was the one that fell under the table. But anyway, I stitched this a little while ago and finally had it framed, and I'm going to pop it up on my wall. I'm really happy. It's such a cute stitch. So I'll keep that up all year round because it's really pretty. So that was FFO number 1. I know I'm going to find that card as soon as I'm done making this video. The next thing I finished was Primrose Cottages. I think this is the August mini. Yep. I think it was the August mini. Yes. So, the story with this is I have done all of them. I think we started in May, so I've kind of 3 or 4 of them. And I completely forgot how much of a border I left when I cut to make the pillow. And this one's tinier than the other ones. So I may restitch it, I don't know. But it's on 36 count Moonstone. I've done all of them on Moonstone by Fiber on a Whim. It's Fiber on a Whim, yeah. So I'm happy with it. It's just so teeny. And my other ones are just a skosh bigger. So I might restitch that one. But it is what it is. the next thing I finished was, I had this sitting around forever. This is PA Dutch Tomato Pin Keep, and it's by Brenda Gervais. I stitched this on 36 count vintage country mocha. I finished this last February, and I finally got up the courage to make it into a drum. And I put this on top of a little spool. Instead of the candlestick holder, I have a small wooden spool. So I'm super happy with it. It was not hard. It was a little fiddly sewing the circles onto the body of the drum, but honestly, I don't know why I waited so long. I mean, once you make one drum, I think you're not afraid anymore. So I'm really happy with that. And I think that's it for the FFOs. Trying not to speed through this. You know, you always talk faster than you think you talk. I did have a really big FO, and I'm really happy to have it done. I am going to get this framed when I get my stuff together in October. So this is the Quality Sampler from Plum Street Samplers, one of my favorites. This is done on 36 count Dolly Madison by Needle and Flax. I started this for Christine Hollis was doing a stitch along, and I think it's called Hollis Holiday Summer Sal. I could have that wrong. Yes, maybe. And I didn't finish it. She started it for Memorial Day, and she her goal was to have her, I think she was doing Liberty's Welcome. Her goal was to finish it by Labor Day, because she does one Plum Street during that time a year. I didn't quite make it for Labor Day, but I did finish it in September, and I'm super happy with it. I just love it. There's a ton of 1/1, and I absolutely use my magnifier floor lamp. I have a Bride Tech. I think it's a 3x diopter. I'll link it down in my description box. So the changes I made on this, because I didn't use the called for fabric was Vintage Homespun by R&R Reproductions. So, and I used Dolly Madison. So there were colors in this. Parchment was one of them. And I used B5200 instead of a lot of the parchment that was called for. So in these areas here, the eagle, some of the flower, in the flag, I used B5200. These flowers here, I used B5200. I used the parchment wherever it was in something dark, like the darker flowers. Other than that, the only other change I made was this part of the flag. It called for DMC 500, which is a greenish color, a dark greeny, bluey green. And I did not, I wanted blue. So I used blue suede. Weeks. Was it Weeks? I think it was Weeks Blue Suede. I'll put that down. I'll put all the details in the description box. And I'm super happy with it. I'm having this framed and it will be up on my wall. I already have done Liberty's Welcome, so I picked this one, and then I've got quite a few Plum Streets going right now. Paula is one of my favorite designers, so I would like to start another one of the patriotic samplers. So I think I have a new world. Not sure. I'll have to check that out. But I'm doing, you'll see in the whips, I'm doing Jack's Bash, and I'm doing Autumn Gifts, and there's a lot of Plum Street going around. So let's see. Yes, that was the August Mini PA Pin Keep. I did ditch a stitch. I thought about it for a really long time. And I had just started a tiny bit of Teresa Kogut's Let Love Rain. And I was going through my WIPs and I was like, you know what? I will probably do parts of that and put it on a spool. I could see that happening, but I don't think, when I think about the things that I want to hang up on my walls, I don't think I would have that, a good place for that. So I ditched it. I just unpicked the stitches. It was like a tiny top left corner that was done, and put it was on Grandma's Slip by XJU Designs. And I just tucked this fabric back in my stash. So there was a ditching. So what are you gonna do? Sometimes you gotta go through your projects and figure out, am I really gonna stitch this? Am I really gonna continue it? And it was a no on that one. So, all right, now we're gonna get into WIPs, what I've been working on. And there have been a lot. Oh, goody. So there has been a lot. And then plans. I have 2 plans here and a bunch of things I've been working on. So the first thing, well, they're really not in any particular order. I saw somebody, I can't remember who it was. Was it? I think it was Brandy and Emma and Stephanie in their live yesterday. Were they talking about not apologizing anymore for things? Yeah, let's not apologize anymore for zipping or not ironing or anything. All right, so this is so cute. This is Lighthouse by Cottage Garden Sampling. And this is on 36 count Tinsmith by Color and Cotton. I started this August 9th, and this is where I am. Oh my God, this is where I am. God, I'm a mess today. I just love this. So pretty. I'm really enjoy working on it. And you know I don't iron, so not until the end. I don't want to abuse my threads. So yes, really making good progress on it. It's a nice summer stitch, but I think I'm not that far. I mean, there's a lot of stitching in it. So I'm like right here where these 2 are, but then you've got all this and the gull. Really cute. I haven't done the whole series of this, but I just like particular ones, so that's what I'm sticking with. So that's one thing I've been working on since the last time we were chit-chatting and jibber-jabbing about it. I'm gonna save that. I had 3 new starts, but I'm gonna save those to do together. Okay. All right. My goodness. Okay. The other things I worked on were the 2 Carolyn Mannings I have going. And gosh, when you sit down and start working on these, it's like potato chips. You just can't stop. So the first one I had started back in May was Morning Blooms. And this is on 36 count Antarctica by Fox and Rabbit. Oh my gosh, the colors in this are so pretty. So I've got quite a bit done on that. And I just work on it for a little while and then switch it out. I put these both in the same project bag. So, and the other one I had started, which I was like in a fall mood. We had some beautiful fall, really crisp weather last week, and then this week it started creeping up into the 80s again. I'm not happy. So this is The Wonder of Wildflowers, again by Carolyn Manning, and it's 36 count yellow clay by Fox and Rabbit, and that's where I've gotten to on that one. So I just love the colors. So beautiful. So I really enjoy it. I work on these. I don't have the patterns to show you because they are in, I use Markup RXP on my iPad, and that's where they live, which is great because you could just mark it off and you're done. So I worked on that for a little bit. I did meet my WIPGO goals. The quality sampler was a finish for one of my WIPGOs, and the other call was already done. So I was ahead of the game with that. The next thing I worked on, oh my goodness, which I love working on this, and I'm going to pull it out again soon. This one I actually did print out the cover sheet, although it is done on the iPad. This is Halloween Quaker. This is my birthday start. Oh my gosh. And this is Halloween Quaker Lila Studios. I did this on 36 count Sugar Plum Christmas from Fox and Rabbit. This is a fabric of the month. I have no idea if it's available to the, general public, but this is where I am on the Halloween Quaker. I don't really think I'll have this done for this year, but it sure is fun to work on. Really happy with that. I'm happy with the fabric too. I took a chance, and I was like, when you get these fabrics of the month and you know right away what you want to stitch on it, it's kind of cool. So that was Halloween Quaker. All right, another whip. Gosh, I hope I have a card in this one. I had started this a while ago. Well, not really that long ago. This is the other plum shade I'm working on. This is Jack's Bash. Oops. That's not funny. I have a woodpecker pecking on the house right now. I don't know if you can hear it. Seriously? My husband told me he'd be quiet, and the cockatiel inside finally decided to pipe down, and now I got a woodpecker outside. Oy. Any case, I've gotten quite a bit done on here. This is so funny because I was working on the equality sampler, and it has the same border pattern. So this is so much fun, and that's where I am. Not too big. Love the colors. This is, did I say what this was on? Yes. No. 36 count Hawthorne. Needle and flax. Oh my gosh, I have a hard time pronouncing stuff. Anyway, there's I'm using all the called for colors. This I might have done by this Halloween. I don't know. I don't want to commit, because then I'll have lied to you if I don't complete that. But I would like to have it done. I would like to have it done by this Halloween, and then quickly figure out a frame for it. Or, I don't know. Sometimes on the seasonal stuff, I don't know if I want to frame them. How do you guys do that? Do you frame it and just put it away? Because I'm thinking, like, I have A Way We Ride from Blackbird done, and I made that into a wall hanging, and I just pop it out when it's the season. I don't know, like, do you frame things even though they're going to be put away relatively fast? Because that is like a full thing, and then it's going to go away. So let me know. Let me know what you do. I think that was it for the whips. Let's see. I have some new starts. And I'm going to have more new starts, and that's okay. I have 3 new starts. Okay, so this was because, I started Halloween Quaker from my birthday, Sal, and Brandy, B&E Stitchery. She started a Quaker for my birthday too, and she started Quaker Pumpkins. So I said, oh, okay, now I need to start that. So it's a Sal on a Sal, is that a word? A Sal on a Sal? Why not, right? You only live once. So here I am with that. I love it. Love it. I didn't have all the floss, so it finally all came. This is done on 36 count Sandcastle, which is a fabric of the month. Have no idea if you can get it, but this is, I didn't cut it yet because I'm chicken. I have to wait. I have to wait a little bit. I want to get across the top and then I'll cut it. So that's where we are. I love, 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 love it. So I have quite a few fall, autumn. Here's the call for colors. I made these little, I made more blings. So, story about that. So, I was using Gorilla Glue. Now, if you don't, I don't know, if you guys have a way of keeping Gorilla Glue from going bad, however you want to say it, it doesn't last. So then I switched to some kind of Aleene's glaze. And what would happen is when I put the picture on the cabochon and it dried, it would just peel right off. And I was like, well, that's not going to work. So then I just straight up used Aleene's tacky glue. Put them on like that. They dried. They're so far so good, knock on wood. But yeah, I was having a heck of a time trying to keep Gorilla Glue from going bad. No matter what I did, put it in a plastic bag, put the whole thing, whatever, it would just get so goopy and disgusting, you couldn't use it. So, and it's expensive. It's like, kind of like $8 to $10 to buy a little tube of Gorilla Glue. So I was like, done. All right, the next new start. Because, you know, when you're looking for, when you go... when you, like, I feel like starting something new, and then you start going through your patterns and your charts, and you're like, oh, this one looks nice. And you have, I have to say, like, I have a good stash of threads, but I don't have every thread. So I had to order a few for this. And again, I did not cut this down yet. Card. Okay, so this is Autumn Gifts by Plum Street, and it's on 36 count Cedar River Spindrift. Here's the pattern chart. It's so pretty. See the owl? Look at the owl. And here's my little start. I just started the owl. You can see him starting to take form right there. So... yeah, I think I have to cut this down. Idiot. Here's all the called for. I had to wait for a couple of them. So again, I made a little cabochon, little ring bling, and I did it with Aleene's. So hopefully they hold up. I'll let you know. I just like making them for, I didn't really have many fall blings. I have a lot of Christmas. And I have a lot of patriotic, but I didn't have many fall Halloween type, so I just put some together. I just go on, okay, so because I know people are going to ask. I get the cabochons in a set. It comes with the glass and the bezel, and I buy the rings separately. I buy a set of all different colored ones, gold and bronze and silver. I'll list all of that in the description box. So what I do for pictures to put on them is I go on to Pixabay, and that is a I guess free source of images, and I will go on there and look through, like I'll search on Halloween or autumn, and I'll choose images that don't have any licensing. They're free for you to use. And I'll go and I'll put them into, I use a MacBook, so I put them into a document and Pages. I resize them to about like an inch or so. And then I'll print them out. I'll put a bunch on one page and I'll print them out, and I'll take the cabochons and I will position them over the image. I'll put a little bit of glue on the image and put the cabochon on it and press real hard for a second or two, and then let them dry, and then I cut them out and I glue them into the bezels. Oh, that's it. Okay. The last new start I have, pretty recent. I was working on this morning. Okay, this is a Sal, and I can't remember who did it. I can't remember what it's called, but I know there's a Sal out there for this. So, let me know. Did I write it down? Nope. Nope. I think I decided to do this because in a group message it was shown and I was like, oh, I'm done. Okay. Cozy Autumn Medley. Emily Call. So cute. This is done on, I had a piece of 36 count Fiber on a Whim cream and sugar. A little piece left over. Actually, I can half this. I should cut that off, but this is where I am so far. I'm using the Call for Colors. Such a cute stitch. Love that little, look at that bird. It's so chubby. This is so pretty. I love her designs. She's such a great designer. So that was the last new start. I do have like things that I have in whole, but I didn't print them out. If you didn't know, you should. Erin Elizabeth's expo releases are now on her website. I'll list her below. In PDF form, and as soon as I got wind of that, I went right away and I bought the camping lantern and Believe. So, I don't know. Let me see. I feel like it's only fair to... Oh my gosh. Hang on a sec. Okay. I'm going to try to edit that out. Anyway. So anyway. Erin Elizabeth has... Let me just see if I can find them. They're so stinking cute. Okay. Here's the camping lantern. Adorable. Can't wait to do that. And the other one I got was Believe. Oh, I've got a piece of blue fabric I think will be awesome with that. But I love the green as well. So head on over to Erin Elizabeth because let's go. All the stitching. Okay. So we went over, whoops, new starts. I have whole. Yes. Okay. There's going to be like 3 new starts. Some of them are in the whole category. Some of them are prep work. But in any case, here is some haul. Seriously. I don't think I showed you. Oh, you know what? I never showed this. This is in the things I forgot in category, but it's also / haul. I know you've seen this all over the place. I have it, and I'm gonna, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Like, just gorgeous stuff. I don't know what I want to stitch first out of this, but I will tell you, this is, try not to show any charts here. But look at this. Oh my gosh. Is that not gorgeous? I love, and this one, ooh, that one might be in the round frame. Love it. But I forgot to show you guys that. It was sitting in here and I was like, Okay. Have a bunch of threads for a new start. I did get some, I think I might have shown this already, but Primrose Cottage, got a little Primrose Cottage haul. So many Halloween things I want to stitch. I think after Patriotic, Halloween's my favorite thing to stitch for. This one definitely, look at it. I can't even tell you how many of those wooden hoops I have. What a great idea to paint it. I just can't wait. I've already done that one. So this would be perfect. This might be a must start. Oh, okay. So many. So little time. All right, I think I want to say, nope, that's not it. All right. Here's the last Primrose Cottage I ordered. So cute. I've been meaning to go by Michael's and pick up that frame, but I'm going to do mine on 36 count, so it might not always do it on 36. Also, hands-on design. So pretty. I love fall. Fall is my absolute favorite time of year. And then I've gotten a few of the Brenner Gervais new ones that came out. Because I can't help myself. All right. This is Hollow's Eve at Raven's Hollow. I don't know if this is a new one. Nope, it's not. 2017. They were new to me. This one is a new one. Woodland Witch. How cute is that? The thing I love about these charts is relatively quick. That one. And this one is this new too? Nope, 2013. But I never saw it before. Pumpkin Brew. So I'd ordered a bunch of Brenner Gervais. I also had the next 6 and 7 in the Little House series that I'm making. I'm stitching that all in one. I had to, when I was ordering from Primrose Cottage, I had to get the this year's snowman. Why wouldn't you? And there's going to be a Sal. I wish I would have written down the Sal name, but I do have the floss and dear friends. Now I think this is Jody, Simply Stitching Ocala, and Felicia Floss and Blocks. I wish I had a better memory. But anyway, I'm going to join in. I'm almost like 98% positive. Right, girls? Say yes. Leave me a comment. I can't wait. So this is going to be a new start relatively soon. Because I think that starts October 1st. Could be wrong. And then, because why not? My Stitchy friend group, we have planned this start for Stitch New England. I'm not going to Stitch New England, but they are. And I am going to join with them. And we are going to start this during the retreat. So I have kitted it up. It calls for a winter brew 40 count. I am doing it on 36 count because I like to have my eyeballs in my head. And 40 count is just not my friend lately. So I am doing mine on Vintage Country Mocha. The good thing is when you have a fabric stash, you can actually, I hung on to a piece of winter brew, and this was the closest I had to it. All my DMC, I'm ready to go. So that's starting during Stitch New England's retreat. And the only other haul I have is my Fabric of the Month from Fox and Rabbit for August. Prehistoric. This is an awesome color. I think Halloween would look really nice on that. So that's my haul. Plus the 2 Erin Elizabeth charts that I ordered in PDF. And, oh, I'd have one more new start. I'm going to start. Wait. How many new starts was that? Autumn is Joyful. I want to start one of the Primroses. Dear Friends. And this one, 4. Okay. I have all the threads for this too. I think it was Sweetwater Stitcher Jessica. She showed this and I was like, oh my God, I want to do that. That is so cute. This will be fast. I'm definitely starting this. Maybe today. Anyway, so I go and I sit down at the computer and I'm like, I really should check my Google Sheets and see. I had it. So that was handy. So, and I have all the floss. Hello. So yeah, I might just start that today. And I'm going to use, this was a, when Hollis Hands put out a notice that she had this in stock, I have 36 count Ligonier Latte, and that's where that's going. So that may just be a start this afternoon as a reward for sitting here waiting for this to upload. Why not? Okay. So, oh, okay, yeah, I found my notes. Look, I was right. Dear friends, is a Sal with Jody and Felicia. And it's going to be hashtag Dear Friend Sal, and it starts the first day of fall. Oh my God, that's like next week, this week, next week. Yeah, so not October 1st. Erase that. So I'm going to be starting 2 new starts. One today, maybe, and one next week. I can do it. I can live with that. All right, so what else? Oh, okay. So I got a little notification, you know, when someone mentions you on YouTube and they at you, you get a notification. So Andrew, the runner stitcher, he had mentioned me in one of his last Flosstube. Go check it out. He's adorable. He told a campfire story, and I'm like, that's so cool. Of course, I don't mind. I think the world needs more campfire stories, so I think everybody should tell them. So let's just hashtag campfire story it. So check out his floss tubes. I'm so glad I found him because I just love finding new floss tubes to watch. And I think that's it as far as what I've been up to. See, I thought it was going to be a super duper long video, and it may be because I have to splice these two together. I don't know. But I do have a campfire story. Before I do that, somebody asked me if I had any advice about bringing cross stitch camping. And I could tell you what I do. And then maybe that's advice to you. But here, let me just show you. Okay. I recommend a sturdy bag to keep everything in. So I have a bog backpack. Okay. I don't use it as a backpack. It has handles. And it fits. So here's just so you know. Here's what I put into it. I'll just like make believe. So it fits project bags very nicely, like this. I'll stick my project bags in depending upon how many I'm bringing with. It has an inside compartment here. Sometimes I'll put my iPad in there. Sometimes I'll, if I'm bringing my laptop and my iPad, I'll put them in my laptop case. I have a magnetic board. This is from, I think I got it on Amazon. It is called Knitter's Pride. I don't know if you can see that, but it comes with little magnets, and it's like an easel, and you can put your chart on there. So I have one of those that goes in the bag. And I'm telling you, I can fit many project bags in here. Then I have my Notions case. I don't know if it's going to fall apart. Oh, it was open. All right, so I have my Notions case, and I have spare scissors and little clips and a seam ripper and a wax block and star detailer, some project cards. I have a snag nabbit in there. What else? Needle minder. Most important thing is extra needles and a scissor, okay? Because you can, anything else you could probably, whatever, get it from somewhere else. In this pocket here, I fit my, in this pocket here, I fit my Halo Go and the charger. That goes right in there, okay? I usually have a project in the works, and I'm zipping the handle in there. I usually have a project in the works, so I will make sure I have a number 2 nerd hoop or 2 in with projects. I may not have them on the project, but I'll stick them in the project bag. So, and I think that's about it that I'll stick in there. I have like little things in the pencils in the side pockets here. Charger cable. I definitely bring my Halo Go with the magnifier on it. I do have a more compact foldable Halo, but if I'm going away and I'm concerned that I'm gonna need magnification, I'll bring that Halo Go. So, and then I just stick that in I have a closet in our bathroom, tall closet. I stick it in the bottom. And the thing that I like most about this case, most of the time it stands up because of the rubber bottom, that if something happens and there's water or dampness around, this protects my projects from getting wet. So that's why I like the bog bag, the bog backpack. That came from Academy Sports, and it was a really good sale, because they're not, if you look for them on Amazon, they're like double the price on Amazon. I don't know why, or they were. I haven't checked lately because I have one, so I wasn't going to shop for one. But that's what I bring when we go camping. So it depends on how long I'm going for. Sometimes I'll stick 3 project bags in there. Sometimes I'll stick 7 projects in. It depends. It depends on where we're going and how long we're going for. If I have plans on going to any LNSs, I don't necessarily start out on a trip. Like, it's not a local needle workshop trip when we go away. So, and I bring my iPad. The only other thing I would suggest, so I did say I have 2 patterns that I'm working on, Halloween Quaker and Quaker Pumpkins. I am working on them from my iPad, but I did print out the paper copies, because sometimes when we're camping, we don't have cell service or an internet connection. And I don't know, I believe that you can work on markup RXP a limited number of times before you need to be connected to the internet. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I heard. So my concern is that I didn't want to be working on a chart and not be able to access those, the chart if I was working on it. So I printed them out. If I work from the paper, I work from the paper. So I think that's about it in terms of what I do when we go camping. Comfortable chair. I have one of those big folding cushy campy cushy chairs. It's like a Papasan chair. I don't know if you guys remember Papasan chairs, but it's pretty big. I still haven't figured out a way to comfortably put my chart, because see what happens is I get in one of those chairs and my dog wants to sit next to me in the chair because it's big enough so she can. So I kind of fiddle around with a table or where I'm going to put my chart and stuff. So I haven't really comfortably figured that out yet. If you have, let me know. If there's like a little clip on to a chair that you can put your pattern on, your chart. But I think that's about it. So thanks for hanging out with me and listening to all the jibber jabber. I'm going to tell a campfire story next. So if you want to skip that, I will see you next time. I'll be back sometime in October. So enjoy the beginning of fall. And that's about it. Stitch away. So somebody did ask me to tell some of my campfire stories over again. So I thought I would start from the beginning, really. When my husband and I first started going camping together, I think our first trip was to West Virginia. So I had been camping my whole life, but I think my camping was, we would camp on Long Island. We would go to Smith's Point, Indian Point, Montauk Point was every summer. We would go upstate to North Lake, and that's pretty much the range of where we went camping as a family. So my husband and I's first camping trip was further than I had ever been camping before. So that was in West Virginia, and we were in, I think we were in Big Bend. So it is on one of the, I think the south branch of the Potomac River, and it's like in a box canyon, or what I would assume would be a box canyon. So we went camping and tent and everything. So we got everything set up. This is like a double story. And I went to go to the ladies' room. Now they did have like flush toilets and running water, no showers, but so I got into the ladies' room and started hearing this squeaky noise. And I was like, what is that? And lo and behold, there was a bat stuck in the ladies' restroom, flying around trying to get out. It scared the living daylights out of me. I left. I didn't know what to do. Like, what do you do? And, you know, this is way before you heard about bats and rabies and all that other stuff. So I ran back to the campsite and I got my husband, and I think we got the campground host, and they came back and they propped the door open and they went in and they scooted him out. But oh my gosh, the poor little bat, he was in there for quite some time. There was nobody else really in the campground. That was number one. Number two, it was hotter than heck when we got down there. So hot. We spent a lot of the time swimming in the river and fishing. And one of the mornings we decided to go up for a hike. And, you know, there are no poisonous snakes on Long Island. But I guess there are in West Virginia. I don't know. I still haven't wrapped my head around that. Anyways, so, you know, very hyper aware of new wildlife in your area and what that means. And we had been swimming in the river, and a snake had gone in the river, and they weren't sure what it was, and we all had to get out. And so we were hiking on this trail, and out of the corner of my eye, you know, I'm hiking behind my husband, and out of the corner of my eye, I see this movement on the trail, and it was a snake, but it was a tiny little snake. It was so little. And I just yelled, snake. Never thought, you know, that my husband would have the reaction he had. He just started dancing like, where? And then when I showed him, he was like, oh my God. It was a tiny little, I don't know, was it a corn snake or something like that? It was doing that defense thing where it shows you its belly, and that was number two. So we went back there the following year to the same campground. And that first year, it was very dry when we were there. The second year, complete opposite. Torrential rains had happened, and they were still getting rains. And when we got there, we set up the camp. We were there, I think, maybe one night. The fire department came into the campground, and they said, we need you to evacuate. And we were like, we just got here. They're like, no, like, if we think that the dam above the campground is compromised, and if it goes, you're going to be in trouble. So we need you to evacuate. We're evacuating everybody from the campground. So we're like, oh my God, this is terrible. So we packed everything up and we're heading out. I have never in my life seen anything like this. There was literally a cow floating down that river, alive. Hopefully somebody got it out. It was just, we just got a map out, and we were like, okay, so obviously we can't camp in any of the low areas of West Virginia. We picked the highest campground. We went up to a campground called Spruce Knob, and my husband has been there more recently on a trip. I have not been back, but it was a really pretty place. It was also on a little river or bigger creek, and we set up camp, and it was kind of a loosey-goosey kind of campground. It was pretty much an open field, and the sites were around the perimeter of the field, but they really were, like, they were kind of marked, but they weren't marked. So you could pretty much set up where there was an empty spot. And there was hardly anybody there. So we set up our campsite. My husband's a little fishing. Went to sleep that night. I got up to go to the restroom, and I opened the tent door, and I shined the flashlight out, and there had to be at least 30 sets of eyes looking at me. The field was full of deer, quiet as can be. Like, we didn't hear them. They came at night to feed there. It was really cool. But yeah, we went from the you need to be evacuated because of floods to the highest point in West Virginia that we knew of. So that's it. That's my campfire story. Camping it. I haven't been back to West Virginia, I think, since then, to tell you the truth. We've driven through it, but it would be nice to go back and see what that was like. I know my husband, I think a year or two ago, was on a trip with his brother, and he said they went and they moved the campground in Spruce Knob, so it's no longer in that little field, but I'd like to see what that looks like now. So that's it. Campfire story. Thanks for sticking with me. Happy fall. Happy first day of fall coming soon. I didn't even realize that. And I love fall. I think I would have. Thank you again for hanging out with me. Thank you so much for your support for my new design. If you haven't checked it out already, go check it out in the Etsy shop. I'll put a link below. And if you stitch it, let me know. I'd love to see it. And I will talk to you soon. Take care and stitch away.